Hi, my name's Barry Crampton and it's cold today, but as all the EV people will tell you, this car's got preconditioning, so you can warm it up before you get in the morning and at night too. All sets from the dashboard or from the Citroen app. This is the all-new Citroen ë-C5 Aircross. It's Citroen's fully electric mid-size SUV. It's a car that's all about comfort, space and practicality, but with zero emissions and real everyday usability. Right away you can see this SUV has that classic Citroen design. Bold front lights, strong lines and a stance that feels both rugged and refined. It's bigger than your typical city EV, giving you loads of presence and practicality for families or anyone who wants space and comfort. Boot space here is very generous, perfect for luggage, weekly shops or even bikes and camping gear with the back seats folded down. And with seating for 5 adults, this really does excel. Inside, the Citroen hasn't held back on comfort and tech. You've got this waterfall style touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The seats are Citroen Advanced Comfort, and when I say comfortable, I mean properly comfortable. There's even heating, ventilation and massage functions on some trims, something you don't always expect in this segment of the market. And for those who want all driving info without taking their eyes off the road, there's an extended head-up display too. Under the skin, this EV comes with either a 73 kilowatt-hour comfort range battery or a 97 kilowatt long-range unit. The long-range model is claimed to do up to around 421 miles WLTP, which is impressive if you want real-world range for long trips. Charging's quick, up to 160 kilowatts DC fast charging means you can go from 20% to 80% in roughly 27 to 30 minutes at rapid chargers. Plus, if you're charging at home on an 11 kilowatt wall box, you can get a full charge overnight. Really convenient for daily use. So who's the Citroen ë-C5 Aircross for? If you're after a comfortable, spacious, tech-packed SUV that's genuinely practical for every day, with electric range that takes the stress out of long journeys, this ticks a lot of boxes. Is it exciting to drive? Not really, but comfort, peace of mind and practicality are its real strengths. Very, very handy, I must admit. I really like Citroens. I always have done. Right from the very early ones. We had one in the garage when I was probably about 12, and as I remember, it had a little button as a brake pedal. The brakes were either off or fully on, and you nearly went through the windscreen. Great car. I love the design of Citroens. I just think they're fantastic. From the design of Miami, the old 2CV, and the concept cars that are coming out now, absolutely fantastic. This, I think, looks particularly good. I would say it's a shadow design. All the sculptured sides here, I like it. It's good. I like the colours. It has the plastic wheel arch surrounds, proximity sensor, so the car opens when you get near it, closes when you go away, and there you go, it's closed. So when I walk back to the car, it opens up again. So none of this keyless malarkey. It's also keyless start too, just a start button inside. Power folding door mirrors. You've also got blind spot warning indicator. Best thing on cars ever. Forget lane departure, put blind spot warning indicators on every vehicle. Save lots of lives. Proper thing to do. Nice clean design at the front. When you're parking, it's got the camera system that looks like there's a drone above you, so you can see all around, sides and everything, as well as a reversing camera. You see one little camera there, and it's got front and rear parking sensors. There's the reversing camera just there. Plenty of room, back seats fold down. As you can see, I've got all my camera stuff and everything else in here today, so not the best demonstration. Sorry about that. Reversing sensors. I particularly like these bits. Seats are nice and comfortable. That's headrest just stuck in the middle of my back there. designed for children, just got to move it up if you're an adult. The seats, they have kind of like this inflated cushion design. I think it's really good actually. Very, very comfortable. Plenty of headroom, nice design, rear armrest, 2 cup holders, and I particularly like the colours. It's almost like McLaren Mercedes colours inside the design. I really like it. So we know an electric car is perfect for me, my needs. When I was going to work, I only worked 5 miles away, and now if I'm going on a journey of any distance, I go in a petrol car, but around town I use my electric Citroen Ami. As I say, there are things I don't like. I don't like regenerative brakes, and the reason I don't like regenerative brakes, you will see from this car. Mark, the general manager at Just Citroen, he's a big fan of one pedal driving. When I came to use this morning, the discs were all rusty, and you can see the car's just been cleaned, but there's rust all over the discs. I don't like that. I think that your brakes should be perfect whenever you want to use them. But it wouldn't do for us all to be the same. Anyway, let's go for a drive. So with the proximity sensor, as soon as you approach the car, it opens. When you walk away, it closes too. Foot on the brake, as long as you've got the key on you, press the button, and that's it. That's it started. The seat, when you switch off, the seat goes back to allow you to get out of the car more comfortably, and when you get back in the car, it goes to your position. Electric handbrake here. Here's the gear selector. Want to go into reverse there, you'll see there, and I can change the different positions to get a closer look to see whether I'm going to hit like this Land Rover at the side. So if I'm in drive and I go forward, you'll see there I'm getting close to the Land Rover, especially the tow bar, and I don't want to do that. But there we go, look, in the front you see just about where you're going to miss. So we'll go back in reverse. And in particular, we've got a gate post there that's, and a young lady going past, you see there, don't want to knock her over, spoil her day. That's giving me an alert there. You have to say, telling you which way to look. She'll be telling me to put my seatbelt on as well. Now, it's been really quiet. Of course, as soon as I try and get out the forecourt, the cars are coming right, left and centre. Yeah, no, they won't wait for a second. Here we go. So we've got a great heads-up display. Again, heads-up display should be standard. That's showing me the speed limit of the road, the speed I'm doing, and it's also showing me, I think that is for cruise control and where it's set to. So you've got assist there, limit. If I click drive assist, okay, so that's on. Then can I set the distance? Yes, that's set near and far, and that's showing me, it's also showing me I'm doing 32 in a 30 mile limit. I click that, so that's cruise control. Just need to click it down a bit, it's just telling me. It's also lane assist. I hate lane assist. Now, let me just see if I can do this. So the ADAS there, click there. Lane keeping assist, I need to knock that off. Excessive speed warning, I want to knock that off too. You've got to confirm you want lane keep assist knocked off. Great dashboard. It's showing me how much electricity I've got left. Now again, whatever you think of me, I will be honest about the car. Just Citroen have lent me this vehicle. It's a lovely vehicle, I can tell you that now. It drives great. An electric car suits my needs. It may not suit yours, so be very, very careful. I've put a questionnaire, fill the questionnaire in. If you don't know the answers, ask the salesman and get his help. Make sure it's going to suit you, because the last thing you want to do is buy an electric car and then after a couple of weeks you need to sell it again. That's a good way to lose. It's a good way to lose a lot of money fast with any car, not just electric, but you don't want to do it. Okay? So make sure it's going to be perfect for you before you buy one. Can you charge at home? Where are you going to charge? How many runs do you do? So one thing to bear in mind is obviously the range. At the moment this is showing 90% charged, 250 miles range, and it's going down obviously as you'd expect as I'm going. But if I go here, what I noticed before, energy, if I go to energy, you'll see there it's showing you showing you how full your battery is. It's showing you where the electric is going. Now also, if I just take my foot off the accelerator, Mark, who drives this car, is a one pedal driver and that's it. So I've not touched the brake and it's stopped. But that regeneration is putting electric back into the battery. So you're kind of making your own electricity. What I don't like is you're not using the brakes. So when you do come to use the brakes, if you listen, you hear that noise, that's rust being scrubbed off the brakes. Now, if there's rust on your brakes and you need them in an emergency, they're not going to work to 100% efficiency. I like my brakes to work to 100% efficiency. I don't mind paying a little bit more for electric, for fuel. On the steering wheel, there's a paddle here and there's a paddle on the right. If I click that, and I keep clicking it, now then, when I come to let my foot off the accelerator, we keep going, because I've turned the regen down, which means then that I have to use my brakes, and my brake discs are clean and clear. The other thing people don't tell you, oh yeah, you don't need to use your brakes last forever, but they don't last forever because your discs corrode, and when you do use your pads, the pads get glazed with rust off the discs. So then when you really do need them, they don't work properly. That's my opinion. If it's not yours, that's fine. Don't tell me otherwise. I want the brakes to be 100% all the time. And I don't like regen. I don't like the feeling it gives you, and it makes some people seasick or car sick. It doesn't make me car sick, but it makes some people car sick. So now when I'm coming up, look, I can just let my foot off the accelerator and coast, touch the brakes, clean my discs, and I'm fine. That's how I'd want this car set up to drive. No regen. Now, energy flow and history. Well, first of all, let me tell you, the power here. If I click that, there you go, we're in normal. If I click it into sport, the range comes down to 233 miles. Because you're going to be accelerating faster and so on. You don't need to accelerate any faster, because normal and economy in an electric car is fine. Economy, it says it limits your, well, I'll go into economy and show you. So then we're in sport. Click back. That's back into eco, so it goes back up to 245. Click it again. Sorry, that was normal, so it went into normal. Now we're in eco 257. But it does feel, you know, you can't put your foot on the accelerator as hard. It don't go, it's fine. Honestly, electric cars are fast enough for anybody. So, history. Usage. Now the usage here, this is what you also have to be aware of: winter driving. And it's no good the salesman not telling you about this. And I'm not telling you to frighten you, I'm telling you so you're pre-warned and you know what you're buying. It's freezing out today. It was -6 here last night. And you'll see there, energy usage since last start. Climate has used 15%. The e-motor 83%. So to my way of thinking, you've reduced your range by 15%, haven't you? That's something to be aware of. Charging, deferred charging and so on, you can set it to start charging on your economy tariff. Go on to climate, your climate seats. This has got heated steering wheel, heated seats. Brilliant, just what I like. Oh, I forgot to switch the heated steering wheel on. So there we go, on there, heated steering wheel. That's it, heated steering wheel's on. Air quality inside good, so we're okay there with that. Now preconditioning, come out to your car in the morning, set it whatever days, and your car will be defrosted and already warm. It will use some power, depends what you want. You'll use power defrosting it anyway, so to me that shouldn't really matter. The Apple CarPlay, absolutely second to none. I wouldn't be without Apple CarPlay. It's one of the best things in. Oh, here we go. Also, there you go. Blind spot indicator warning. Anything coming in your blind spot. Another one's just coming up. If we just watch, there you go. That's picked it up. That's a great system. You've got voice activation here with Apple CarPlay. Everything about it. Citroen's great design. There's two cup holders behind there, out of sight. So you've got this lovely, they describe it as a waterfall dash, which I assume is like one way of saying a portrait kind of dash instead of landscape. I think that's a charger, wireless charger for your phone. And again, we set off here and it will set off like a scolded cat. Actually, I've decided I'm going to go back down the motorway. There's too many things on this to tell you about in such a short drive. Nice and smooth, nice and quiet. Oh, look at that old Ford Capri. My uncle used to have one in exactly that same colour. Got your indicators and lights on the left and wipers on the right. Okay, and it winds me up because they tend to put them just behind the 2/4 position, which is where your steering wheel covers them up. So after you've driven it for a while, it's not too bad. You know where it is, you know where the switches are. Nothing too much to complain about. Feels like a heavy car. I'm getting the, you know, the sensation of, for the size of the car, It's kind of ship-like, not necessarily a bad thing. Apple CarPlay. Phone's in your pocket. You don't need to take your hands off the steering wheel. Got voice control here if you press it for 2 seconds. Text Barry.
What would you like to say to Barry?
I'm just testing this ë-C5 from Just Citroen at Preston. It's really good. I like it.
It says, I'm just testing this ë-C5 from Just Sitting at Preston. It's really good. I like it. Send it.
Yes, please.
Done.
Now, that's the text coming now. You will have seen then, because I've got the distance set from the car in front, it speeded up when the car moved, and you'll see now it's braking because there's a car in front of me and it's keeping me a set distance. It stopped me. So that's because the cruise with a distance selector, or Distronic as I call it, stops you running up a car's backside on the motorway or when you've got the cruise set. I'm going to knock the cruise off. That's assistance off. Your messages have come up. You can't look at your phone, but you want to know what it was and who sent the message. Again, read messages.
Barry said I'm just testing this ë-C5 from Just Sitting at Preston. It's really good. I like it. Would you like to reply?
No, thank you.
Those are all your messages.
You want to make a phone call? Call Barry.
Calling Barry. iPhone.
Hi, this is Barry. Sorry I can't take your call at the moment.
And that was ringing my phone, obviously. I'm ringing myself and it's engaged because I'm dialing out. Listen to voice messages.
I found one new voicemail from +44 116 493 0076, left at 10:31 a.m. Here it is.
Hello, this is Dior from Reform UK's membership team. This is a message from Barry.
Would you like to repeat that or call back?
Cancel. End, please.
Okay, I won't do it.
So messages, text, you want to listen to music. Shuffle music.
Shuffling all songs from Apple Music.
You want to listen to a particular record. Play Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks.
Now playing Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks on Apple Music.
Fantastic sound system in here. Navigation. Voice activation button. 2 seconds. Navigate to Manchester Airport.
Getting directions to Manchester Airport.
You'll see there, you've got quickest route and so on. But if you don't touch it, it will just assume that you want to go there because you've asked it to, and you will go. So now it will navigate to Manchester Airport. If I want to stop off on the way, go somewhere else, I get a call, I need to drop something off, whatever. You don't need to then stop, pull off the motorway, find a service station, then mess about with it. All you have to do is take me to Starbucks.
One possibility is Starbucks on Sheep Hill Lane in Chorley. It adds 8 minutes to your route. Is that the one you're looking for?
Yes, please.
Getting directions to Starbucks.
Thank you.
Of course.
Just because it's artificial intelligence, don't forget your manners. So that's it. So that will take me to Starbucks and then continue on the way to Manchester Airport. Cancel navigation.
Ending navigation.
So in all honesty, this car, it's also got, here we go, it's also got electric seats, they up and down, 3-position electric memory seats, lovely shaped steering wheel, it's also showing me the directions in the screen as well for the sat nav. You don't have to take your eyes off the road or your hands off the steering wheel. If an electric vehicle suits your needs, then I can thoroughly recommend this. It's a great car.
Speed camera ahead.
Oh, that's the other thing. Sorry, on the heads-up display, it was also showing me speed cameras. I like this car. It's nice and comfortable. Suit my needs down to the ground. Now, if you want a Citroen, a Hyundai or a Leap, please give just Citroen, just Hyundai and just Leap a call. I've actually bought, the reason I'm doing these test drives is I bought a Citroen off them. They didn't know who I was. To be honest, I'm nobody really, nobody special certainly, but they didn't know who I was, and they all treated me well, and I bought a vehicle off them. So that's all I can say. And I've been round them a lot of times. I've heard the way they talk to customers, I've heard the way they qualify them, I've seen the way they treat them, and I certainly know that Mark, if there's anything wrong, he will sort it out. So please give them a try. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.